Alright, yeah, man, I'm gonna get something to eat, bro. Hit you up in a bit.
All right, buddy.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna hit you up later in a bit too, Steps.
Just gonna get that video up for the builds chat. All right, let's kick to the builds here. As you can see, I've already made quite a few builds. We got the two-way finisher, point guard, 6'4". So I was kind of feeling that build. But then we moved to the two-way slasher, point guard at 6'5". Just kind of see the difference. Um, one's the two-way finisher, one's the two-way slasher. The reason why I made the two-way finisher 6'4" is just for that little bit of extra shooting. The two-way slasher already gets that, so moved it up. But the finishing is just really, really, really low on the two-way slasher this year. So yeah, the two-way slasher looking nice. Two-way finisher, shooting guard was really, really, really looking nice. This was probably one of the coolest builds I made was this stretch playmaker here. I'm really, really, really feeling like most of the defending builds kind of look the same with just a little bit of different attributes. I mean, due to your dunking on the two-way slasher and a few other things that are a little bit lower or higher. You got a small forward slasher. He called a slasher, but he is the playmaker. So um, I can't really launch him, so I'll just show you how to build it real quick. So if we go to small forward, you go right, just to show you that build real quick. So it's the all playmaking, I believe. Playmaking slashing. Okay, cool. I think it was all playmaking that I did. I'd have to check. This is how you'll know. When you put up these two bars right here, you should get an instant 30 badges. Yeah, not right at the build. So make that build, the slasher, it's actually the all playmaking profile. So all you have to do here is just put these two up. You don't need pass accuracy. If you do pass accuracy by one, it'll give you the 30. Um, literally, you don't get too much more for the pass accuracy. Yeah, we'll move to the power forward center builds in a second. I just kind of want to show this because somebody asked about the point guard build. It says slasher. Look at this. It's an all playmaking build. You really don't need to put anything in here. You're not going to get any more badges. And if you take it out of the post, like this, you're not going to get really too much. I mean, like, post is really what you need. I believe it's a great bailout for any PG. That's why I would go with that. Um, I'd go 70 on your free throw. You get quite a few badges with this build for shooting. You can bring it up. You can go up to 15. I mean, it's all depending on you. Are you running point with it? Um, I mean, this year your defense. I mean, you're really not getting much if you don't unless if you don't have any defense in your build. You're not really gonna get those badges. I mean, even with this dude right here, you're getting, the playmaking, pure playmaking build. It's a slashing build. I mean, the most badges you're really gonna get out of this is, a nice 10 there. And you got a little bit for defense, which really, realistically, even if you put up all of these, I can show you guys. You put up interior, perimeter, lateral, steal, block, offensive, and defensive. You're gonna get a maximum of like 3, maybe 6 badges tops for defense. It's literally a waste. I mean, what I would do is I do your regular, you're going to be a corner defender on this build more than anything. So it's up to you how you kind of want to take your badges. Like if you want to bring it down to 10, put some into defensive rebounds so you can help on your rebound, steals. Like you're really not going to get much at all. So for defense, period. Like it doesn't matter. You want to lower your badges down a little bit. I mean, it's almost broken. So that's that build right there. That turns out to be a slasher. You can only make a maximum of so many builds, so I just want to go through the builds real quick. So that's the small forward. Power forward, I want to go through this stretch. Playmaker, I really, really, really like this build. It's one of my favorite builds so far. So, bang. All right. This build's pretty OP. We're going to go for speed. I mean, strength, you're not really in the paint defending on this power forward build. That's not really your job. I mean, your job is going to be to grab rebounds and stuff. I mean, your job isn't to play center on this build. Yeah, most of the time you're going to be in the pro-am. If you're playing competition, you're going to be playing, the corner defense, maybe the hash, depending. So you're probably going to max about, I'd say about, you probably get about 8 to 10 defensive badges on this build, which is decent. Now, what I would say to go for this build is this build could be really glitchy because you could either go for the strength. Yeah, you're going to get, into the paint, whatever. If the guy's going backdoor corner, that's cool. Look at the speed drop on that and the acceleration drop, though. Yeah, vertical is great. You're not going to be dunking a lot with this build. So what you're going to want with this build is the best speed and acceleration because you're going to want to be able to be glitchier than all the other builds that are at the 4 position. In order to do that, you want to be able to create like that shooting guard, small forward type from the PNR, be able to move around a little bit, make those dots. You're really just going to want your speed and acceleration. So we're going to go with speed and acceleration, and then I'm just going to kind of show you guys the badge count. So this one's pretty easy. Get quite a few badges. Like you can get up to 23. I don't think you need the full 23. No point too much in putting too much into here because you're only going to get one badge regardless of even if you fill this, 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 and you fill this and you fill this, you're gonna get like 3-4 badges. It's ridiculous. So next we'll move to the playmaking. So pretty much you get quite a few badges there. That's a lot already. So you're at 46, 40. So you're at 48 badges already, and you still have 222 attribute upgrades remaining. This build is freaking glitchy. So we're gonna go to just put a few defensive badges in there because you are gonna be playing corner defense. You may have to help in the paint. So I do a little bit of everything more defensively. Get that 4. So you're not gonna get a lot. I told you, you're going to get about 8 badges on this build. 8 to 10 max. You can get 11. I mean, 11's nice. I mean, that looks nice. 40, 50. So you got a 57. You almost got a 60 badge build. Right there. I mean, you are going to want a close shot. I mean, you're not getting much for driving dunk, so like let's just example it. I don't think you need this many shooting badges. You're not going to be getting too many fouls at all. I mean, I wouldn't even have that there, to be honest with you. Like, you're not really. This build is not meant to, like, really go to the paint like that. just, it's just, it's just not meant for it. And take down a few playmaking badges so we can take down pass accuracy. Like, so let's go down to, let's go to 15. And you're still not. See, like, you're 68. Like, I don't care what kind of layup. That's horrible. You're getting a 62 dunk. I mean, that's decent because you're gonna be taller, bigger, but um, I mean, there's not much you can do with that finishing on this build. I mean, what we can do here is take down offensive and put it here. Like, you know what I mean? You're not getting much for that build. So I leave the driving dunk. Where does that layup start? I mean, I would do that. But now you're not getting as many badges. So, like, I mean, this build is touchy. I mean, it all depends. Like, if I were to build this build, I would be going with this setup. I mean, the driving dunk, you're going to be bigger, so you're going to have a little bit of a dunk. Yeah. Cool. But your block doesn't. So, I mean, I mean, 8 defensive badges would be nice for the minimum for this. And then, I mean, you can do the 20 shooting. Yeah, I don't like that. So this is my finished build. This is what I would personally do to finish the build and just make it an all around. You do not need 23. So we're going to lower that. So what are we setting at? You go 55. Max you can get on this build, as you guys know, is 56. So we're gonna clip this picture right here. We're gonna take it out. We're gonna show you another way, just for Twitter. That's freaking glitchy. There you go. I mean, that's how I'd finish it off, or I would go. Yeah, no, it'd definitely be close shot. So there you go. There you have it. Playmaking stretch. I'm gonna go to the center builds now. This is probably the meta build that for the power forward. I mean, the power that's explosive this year for the center. So we're gonna go center. I kind of wanted to continue that build just to show you the height and stuff. So the height, you make it a 6'8". Arm length for the power forward. It's up to y'all. I mean, I wouldn't go. I would stay for defense, for rebounds. You're still gonna get a good shot. You're still gonna have enough badges. It's gonna be a corner shot or a task shot that you can do with it. So let's go to center. So center. Let's start off with the paint beast. Pretty easy. I mean, paint beast is strength vertical, or speed strength vertical, or like there's so many different ways you could build a paint beast. Personally, the way I like to build a paint beast is with acceleration and speed. This way you're able to defend the PNR on a 5-out, or I'm sorry, not on a 5-out, on a PNR defense. You're able to switch to the perimeter as well as get back to the paint in time to get the bump on the PG when he gets that unique screen. Boom. So I mean, 66, 61. I mean, you still get a strength there. Let me try this pie chart first. So this is the strength pie chart. Now, personally, I like this build with shooting. Maximum you can get is 3 shooting badges. Whoa. So definitely they increased the badges this year, saying that they took out quick draw. So you get 5 shooting. I mean, that's not bad for really a paint beast. Let's see how it finishes out, though. You want a little bit of perimeter. See, last year, like if you go to the power forward, you're gonna get a way more perimeter defense, I believe, for the real paint beast. But yeah, 29 badges is more than enough. Yeah, I mean that's decent. You can go to 12-5. Take that out and go. You really ain't gonna get much from here. Whoa, they're giving you more of a post fade this year, though. Let me just see some. Yeah, worthless. So do you really need 5 shooting badges? I mean, that's a decent mid-range. 99, you're going to get higher than a 50. See if we can get something else here. Can't really get much more. Might as well put it here and take a picture. This build right here, 6'10", 6'11". Actually, let's just finish it. Like, look at the driving dunk go right up. You're going to get a 53-point shot right off the bat. 60 mid-range. I mean, you're getting plus 11 to perimeter, plus 11 to lateral, plus 6 to steal. I don't know about the weight. I mean, that's preferably Up to you. I mean, strength, yeah, is great. Cool. But can you move on that PNR, or are you just going to be a paint defender? So, look at that. You can go up to a 77. What I would do is I would just... Look at that driving dunk now. Woo. 49. I mean, you're only minusing 1. By the time you get up there, I mean, you're going to have a 50. All right, next center build. Actually, same center build. But instead of that one, we're going to go this one. Driving layup on them sucks. Way more of a speed. So if you get way more of a speed, you can make them a little heavier. But that's glitchy, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, same build. We're gonna run out the power forward. So there's your paint beast builds. Oh, I forgot to screenshot that. Oh well. Come on, buddy. Mmm. Alright, guys. This is the meta for the paint beast for sure. Power forward. Sheesh. Well, that's the cheese. That's the beast. I like this build. You lose so much on that driving dunk, though. Okay, so that's the power forward one. So there you go. 2 paint beasts so far. So let's go through another power forward build. Let's do the... What you guys want? Rebounding. Could do this. Defending sharp. Yeah, let's do the defending sharp. I mean, really, you're not defending the paint too much, bro. Really don't see a point in making just for that extra defense. You get an 80 post fade, so there's like the rebounding wing. I mean, this build ain't looking too bad. Hey, you ain't gonna get nothing there. So this can be 2 build styles right here. Cool. Burley? That'd be your glass lock. This would be your rebounding wing. So we do this. Oh, it's gonna be on ball defended too. You have sharp glass. I mean, I'm not the best center build maker, but that power forward build I made was pretty OP. Ooh, what's this build? So this is a new one. Let's see this build. Okay. More for defense. So this is gonna be more your glass lock build, I guess. That new little arc they added. They should give you more defense. Yeah, 23. It's decent. Wow. So 6-6. That's decent. 14-21. So this is your glass lock. So that's your glass cleaner, actually. This is decent. That's it for the builds today. I'll be back with a few other builds as I mess around with them. My favorite build so far that I think I'm going with is that stretch playmaker. I mean, you can't really throw a 58, 56, or 53 badge depending on how you make it away. So yeah, um, definitely. I'm just gonna continue real quick just so I can show you the build. Definitely going with that build. Uh, I'm a main power forward. I moved to the defending position just to kind of, just kind of try it out. And you know what? It did increase my defense. I played it for 2 seasons, not 2 seasons, two 2Ks. Before that, I was always power forward. That was my primary position when I played at the Raptors GC tournament on the league builds, where I got the opportunity to play at the Bell 5 bells. I was playing power forward. I did have to switch up during the finals and play the lockdown position, which kind of made me stick with the lockdown. Feel like I needed to get a little bit better with it, so I will be with another lockdown. It's just I feel like the lockdown builds are really really different than last year. I'm really gonna have to do some testing around. You don't want to just slap some VC into a two-way slasher, and you know, say, hey, that's really gonna be my build. But well, there you go. Thank you for playing the demo. You're welcome. Um, you see the stretch playmaker right there. So he's 6'8". It's 194 pounds. You want to make him really skinny. Literally, that build is OP. Like, you're getting those 23 playmaking. You're getting the 23 shooting. Yeah, you're only getting one finishing, but I mean, with the speed that you're going to carry with this dude being 6'8", you're a stretch, so you're running the PNR. I mean, there's going to be open baskets. That's a bottom line. So I mean, really on the finishing, it's not like your main primary skill is going to be yamming to the basket. You're going to take your open baskets there. So where you're really going to get the most badges at is in your playmaking and defense. You're going to want to go for that 11 defense, that 23 shooting, and that 23 um, playmaking, which is pretty OP. Put a little bit in that shot closer. Maybe you want a little bit of a driving dunk. It's not going to do much. The stretch playmaker, definitely one of the OP builds I've made so far. Of course, you have your originals, that you could badge up, like your OTs, your paint beast. But this is something unique, something new that I've made. The two-way finisher's looking all right. Two-way slasher's looking all right. That slasher at the small forward is not a slasher. That is the entire playmaking pie chart. So that gives you 30 badges. You don't even need to put up all 3 bars. You just need to put up 2 bars to get 30 badges, which is nuts. So make that at the small forward. You get it down to 6'5". It's definitely a great ISO build to have. You got a lot of shooting with it. You got about 14 shooting, 15 shooting, 16 if you want to max it on the shooting, and you got a nice amount of playmaking to do with the finishing. The only thing that you're sacrificing, of course, is the defense on that build, where with the two-way stretch playmaker, you're not sacrificing the defense, but you are sacrificing the finishing. The only problem with the two-way finishers, the two-way slashers this year, is are they going to be able to hit consistently like last year from the corner? If they're not going to be able to hit consistently and they're used more as a mid-range inside build, that could affect the spacing on the floor, which would make a kind of a new meta for a defending build to be found, which there are quite a few. I did test the all pure defensive one, did not like it. The only thing I did like this year is if you do make the shooting guard build now, as opposed to playmaker, you get a lot of badges now. Like, it's not like just the point guard are the best for making defenders. You can make them at the shooting guard now and small forward, and you're still getting decent badges. It's not like it's all subjected towards the point guard like it was in the previous 2K. But more or less, this looks like version 2 of 2K20 to me. Few things downgraded, few things upgraded, and I mean, obviously, as the game comes out, they'll make little changes and stuff like that. But your host, Slap6GL, the 6GL Finest Show. I want to thank everybody for stopping by while I went through the builds. And I got another few profiles, so I will be up tomorrow morning on a builds of, let's do the small forward. Well, we didn't really get to do the shooting guards, so let's do the shooting guards and the PG builds tomorrow. And thanks everybody for stopping in.